Hi, I'm Donica Hudson with Truth Tellers Network. If you've been frustrated with big tech censorship, the takedown of Parler, and the silencing of conservative voices recently, you're going to be ecstatic about the new free speech platform, and it's called Find.com. It's created by my guest, Jeffrey Sisk. Welcome, Jeffrey.
Thanks, Donica. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for being with us. People here in America are absolutely dying to find a place where we can communicate without the threat of being censored. So tell us a little bit about Find.com.
All right. Well, Find.com is going to be one platform, one app, and it's going to have in it the features you would find in Google, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. In other words, all of that will be in that one app. And it's going to be a platform that supports freedom of speech, our Constitution, our Bill of Rights. I think a lot of voices out there are getting silenced. We don't want to go down that road. So Fine's going to be a place where you're going to have an equal voice.
That's fantastic. That's what we need because, quite frankly, it feels like that it's primarily the conservatives and the Christians that have been censored. And so I'm glad that you are promoting free speech for all. That's what we've needed from day one. And that's what we should have had all along. So how are you going to protect Find.com? And you say that it can work like the other social media platforms. That is incredible. So you're talking about, you said Twitter, Facebook, what else?
YouTube and Twitter.
YouTube and Twitter. Okay. Right. So all of those platforms all in one, that is amazing. How do you protect it so it doesn't suffer the same fate of being shut down like Parler was?
Well, the Parler thing was very, very interesting. The company that hosted their servers, Amazon, AWS, they shut their servers down. So I think the first thing is you don't host with one of these companies, that has some sort of control over your data center. So for us, we'll have multiple data centers with different companies, or ones that we own and build. And if one of those goes down, it would just automatically switch to another data center. The end user would never really know anything about some sort of a switchover. And I think the other thing is, Parler was very much monetized. That's how they made their money, by being in the app stores. We're not going to be dependent on that. We'll be in those app stores. For some reason we had something happen and Apple and Google took us out the way they did Parler, we would already be on a different model. In other words, we'll have an ad network, a robust ad network, similar to AdWords or AdSense, that is serving our entire platform with ads, and that's the main way that we'll be monetizing our platform.
Fantastic. Okay, so that means that we, the people, are actually going to have a place where we're not censored, and it's going to be not only a search engine, because I've seen your prototype of the search engine, which you have not released to the public yet, but let me just tell you guys, it is amazing. It is better than anything that exists that's come out of Silicon Valley. That just tells you how much of a big tech monopoly we've had, because the little guys like Parler that get squished never get a chance to grow. But Jeffrey, you're telling me you've got a strategy, a plan in place to protect from that through the servers. And the technology is actually better than anything I've seen in Silicon Valley. Is that what you would say?
Yeah, and I'll say this, and yes, guys out there, Donica has seen some proprietary stuff of multi-search, is what we call it. Mm-hmm. And it's an explosion of information for search that you will have never seen anything like it before. It will revolutionize how people search the internet. And I guarantee you, the first time you see it, it's going to be very obvious, and you're going to wonder, why did we never do this before? But we're not just coming out and saying, hey, we're a free speech platform. We're going to be coming out with great technologies the public will love, and that's what's going to make Find.com so successful.
Exactly. It's not just a place where we, the people, won't be censored. It's a place that's got better technology,
that's right,
more innovative development. I'm so excited for America to see this. Okay, how can people help, Jeffrey, with Find.com?
We're doing a crowdfunding campaign to get the ball rolling. So they can go to Find.com, Find.com. It's going to redirect you to our GoFundMe page. We want you to donate. We want you to spread the word. This is in your hands. It's your platform. We're going to do crowdfunding here to get the ball rolling. All that excitement and noise from the American public, that's going to bring the more traditional investors on board that we're talking to now. And they're close to doing that anyway. And this crowdfunding campaign, very much so will be driven, by the public and their excitement, and that will help the investors continue to come in to help us be able to move forward.
And how soon could we expect to see that platform up on the web?
All right, we're going to launch the Twitter type of part of Find sometime over the next 60 days.
Woohoo, did you say the Twitter part?
Yeah, it's going to be an instant message platform, that, you've got a voice there. It'll become called something like Find Echo or Find Speak. We're working on that. But it'll be a Twitter type of product, kind of like Parler. But it'll be sharp and the public will love it. It'll have some innovative features. And then over the next 120 days.
So wait a minute. When you say a Twitter type of product, you mean similar to that, not their proprietary
that's
brand.
Right. I mean, it would be obviously our own thing.
Right.
And then as we go on through the next 120 days, we're going to have the other areas, the Facebook sort of features, the multi-search we've talked about, and the Facebook area. Those will be in what we call a rapid prototyping environment. And those will come up as soon as they're ready, all right? And we'll probably put version 1.0 of those up and then modify them as we go through the year. But our goal is to have the entire platform up and running by summer.
Fantastic. I cannot wait to see it. I am behind you 100%. And if you're watching and you're a conservative or you're a Christian or both, please keep Jeffrey Sisk and Find.com in your prayers. And again, you can visit Find.com if you want to support the crowdfunding to get this thing up and going. Thank you so much for joining us, Jeff.
All right. Thanks, Donica. It's great to be here.
Great to be with you all. I'm Donica Hudson with Truth Tellers Network. Thank you so much for joining us. Goodbye.